This is a response to President Ali's live yesterday morning. When did you know I was a criminal? Was it when you were collecting my money? Was it when you rolled around in my bulletproof vehicles? When you sprawled off enjoying life in my armored vehicle because you were scared? Was it when you were using my many security weapons?
So are we now to say that we are going to be politicians with one eye? We're going to turn a blind eye to him? We are going to keep the same eye we have in the government on him. The public office belongs to the people. Our job is to serve the people first. So yes, we're going to watch him with the same eyes we watch them because we understand that he was connected to the hip.
As Rodin was to disappear from the scene today or tomorrow, then nobody gonna vote for VPAC or VCrack, and then nowhere VCrack gonna make the PPP uncomfortable or be like no threat to the PPP. So VCAC at this time when Guyanese people they're under this regime war.
I'll call on both of you and I'm going to expose all the corruption because no one is going to ever feel, this one here ain't going to feel like because he hold the office of presidency, he is protected or the opposition is also protected. Because if we're going to expose corruption, we're going to expose all the corruption. Okay? We're making it personal now because it's no longer about the Guyanese people.
Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa! Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, whoa! Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worried.
One thing I desire, plenty money, let the Henny take me higher. One thing I desire, a peace of mind, another rum to cool my temper, to cool my temper. It's your girl Kaya, singer-songwriter from Guyana, and whenever I need to listen to all the latest news, updates, gossips, anything, I listen to Let's Talk the Ting TV. Everything surrounding Guyana in the diaspora, all the latest news and everything, I don't miss it. So y'all don't miss it either. Big up yourself, Let's Talk the Ting TV. It's where it's at.
Yeah, what we thought the things, so yeah, what we thought the things. Neighbors, how you guys doing, man? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Let's Start the Things TV. It's your boy Firefield is in the building. It's Saturday, I had to tap in with you guys quick and fast, definitely with some upload. Definitely didn't get to do some upload like in 2 days. So definitely we're going to take you back a little and bring it forward. This upload is going to be a little long, so you don't know what's going on. As you see how we start the video, you know where any pot bubbling, you know where they should not on the plate, and you definitely know what's on the menu. So don't move, stick around to the end of the content to get every little detail. Remember, run up the likes on this one. It's Saturday, man, it's the weekend. Run up the likes on this one and definitely give the video a hype. You don't know, give it a video a hype, pushes it out most to more persons. Like how we say, manifesto 50K by year end. That's definitely going to help, all right? See what's going on, we're not going to waste no time. Let's jump into this topic that we got for you quick and fast. And today we're definitely going to kick it off definitely with the president and with the president. Today we're definitely going to kick it off with the president and Mohamed. Now, you know, since when the president came out with the press conference that he had, a lot of questions was asked. Still, he did not answer most of the question that was asked. Definitely, he answered what he felt like. Now, upon that, in that press conference, he called Mohamed a criminal. Now, after he did that, you know what happened? It sparked more tension in the internet, sparked more tension in Guyana, because persons are saying all kind of things. Now, Darwin best drop into this, and even because you guys can remember the last upload, Darwin best say, yo, you're looking into certain things and certain things looking sticky. So after the president definitely made that press conference, this is what Mr. Mohamed definitely came out and say, guys, we're taking you back, bring you forward, let's get it.
This is a response to President Ali's live yesterday morning. When did you know I was a criminal? Was it when you were collecting my money? Was it when you rolled around in my bulletproof vehicles? When you sprawled off enjoying life in my armored vehicle because you were scared? Was it when you were using my many security weapons? Did I become a criminal only when I became your political opponent? And if you have evidence that I am a criminal, why are you withholding it from the state? You too should be charged in that case. Take it to the police. Go to court. Every time I release these videos exposing corruption in the PPP, instructions are given to arrest people and try to have them implicate me in a crime. And let me say this to address the message, not the messenger. If what I said about your farm is false, prove it. If what I said about your government is false, prove it. If what I said about the contracts, the hospitals, the oil and gas sector, and the treatment of the Guyanese people is false, prove it. Do not attack me and ignore the matter at hand. If the message is false, destroy the message. The messenger does not matter if the facts are right. The president stood up yesterday and said the farm is less than half of what we said it is. That is a lie. This man is a notorious liar. We have the evidence. We have used international geosatellite data, including Google satellite imagery, and we're going to show the Guyanese people exactly what I found. And let me make something clear. 150 acres was a conservative figure. So the president wants Guyanese people to believe that he owns this massive property and does not know how much land he owns? Come on. You said earlier that when you return from overseas, you would invite the media to the farm and go live. Now it is at the appropriate time. What happened? The president also said the allegations are coming from somebody who is not credible. So is the president now saying that information becomes untrue simply because of who brings it? If the information is wrong, prove it. Do not attack the messenger. Address the message. The president and his minions keep throwing around the figure of 191 billion in alleged tax evasion. Where did that figure come from? Where? The reported U.S. alleged indictment figure is 50 million, which is Guyana dollars 10 billion. So where did this 191 billion come from? Do not manufacture figures and use the office of the president to repeat them as political ammunition. The president was asked when he would consult the opposition leader. His answer was that he will consult only when the Constitution requires it. That tells the Guyanese people everything they need to know. The PPP consults when it is forced to consult. On matters of national importance, they do what they want and when they want. The president says he will seek expert advice on oil and gas. That is the problem. Always after the fact. This government is reactive. Something happens, they get exposed, the opposition calls them out, the public demands answers, and then suddenly they seek expert advice. Guyana has been producing oil for years. Where was the preparedness? Where was the expertise? Where were the systems? And when it comes to the money coming into this country, we have already raised questions about transparency. The president finally quoted 39.8% today after pressure from the opposition and media. I have raised these figures last week. I want the Guyanese people to know that at $80 per barrel, we are receiving approximately 6.3 billion Guyana dollars daily. So my fellow Guyanese, brace yourselves for a $2 trillion budget early next year, while more than half of Guyanese continue to live in poverty. 1 month later, families are still grieving. 1 month later, families are still looking for answers. 1 month later, there is still no urgency that matches the scale of this tragedy. The president talks about the Heart Initiative, but the residents in the region have reported to me and WIN MPs on the ground that nothing meaningful is happening. Meanwhile, WIN has financially and otherwise assisted 21 survivors, 31 families of deceased victims, and 6 families of individuals still missing, 58 affected persons and families in total. We did not wait for a press conference. We went to the people. And when it comes to the COI, we have no confidence in simply being told to trust another government-appointed process. We have seen COIs before. Where are the reports? Where are the answers? Where is the accountability? We also call for Ministers Ejel and Indar to be removed while the inquiry is being conducted. The president's response was that they are waiting on the investigation. If the investigation is supposed to be impartial, then those who may be implicated in the circumstances being investigated should not remain in positions where they can influence the process. That is basic common sense. The president spent time talking about decency and respect. Respect? Have you noticed the way he speaks to journalists? Furthermore, the PPP has an entire network of social media trolls attacking political opponents, insulting people, and making racist comments. You have your puppets on social media being vile to people and coming to lecture us? The president talked about 10-minute emergency care and 30-minute outpatient service. That is not the reality people are experiencing. People are going to hospitals and waiting for hours. People are being transferred because hospitals do not have the equipment to treat them. Patients are being sent to GPHC, and GPHC does not have enough beds. People cannot get prescribed drugs. The RHOs are making a mess of the hospital procurement systems. Hospitals are understaffed. Health workers are paid a pittance. What is the point of building hospitals without the people and equipment needed to run them? Guyanese are still begging for money to travel overseas for surgeries. People are still raising money for medical treatment. Dialysis is costing people $40,000 every week. Meanwhile, this government passed $1 trillion budget this year and last year. People must not just hear about the trillions, they must feel it. And since the president wants to talk about hospitals, let's talk about VAMID. VAMID Engineering was awarded a contract for 35 billion Guyana dollars for the New Amsterdam Hospital. And despite that history, the PPP government gave the company another multi-billion-dollar hospital contract. This is the same company whose work on the pediatric and maternal hospital at Ogle for 1.9 billion Guyana dollars. Same VAMID. VAMID took taxpayers' money and fled. Contract terminated, money lost. 2 white elephants. Where was the due diligence? Where were the background checks? This is the same PPP government keeps making decisions for us and asking questions afterwards. Reactive, never proactive. And now they want to talk about model villages when this government cannot guarantee basic water and electricity to its people. Electricity was supposed to be cut in half since Irfan's first term. 2024 moved to 2025, and then to no fixed timeline. We can't get stable electricity and we can't get potable water. Some communities get no water at all. So what exactly will he be modeling? This is nothing but a sham and a distraction from the corruption and nepotism surrounding his PPP government, from the president to his farm and his brother. Irfan, do you really want to discuss murder? Then talk about the Madhya dormitory fire and the 20 children who lost their lives. Talk about the over 100 people who died in the MV Barima tragedy. Talk about hundreds of people murdered under the PPP in the early 2000s. Remember that members of your cabinet have faced criminal proceedings. You yourself had 19 fraud charges. Do not act like PPP is some organization untouched by allegations, investigations, or court cases. The president can call me whatever he wants. He can call me a criminal. He can question my credibility. He can send his trolls after me. He can use the machinery of the PPP to attack me. But none of that answers the questions. Where is the evidence? What is the size of the farm? When will Ejil and Indar be fired? When can we expect the hospitals to be fully operational? Where is the urgency for the families of the Barima victims? Where is the preparedness for oil and gas? Where are the answers on these multi-billion-dollar contracts? This is what the Guyanese people want to know. And I will continue to ask, because I'm not afraid of Irfan Ali. I'm not afraid of the PPP. And I will not be bullied into silence. Power is temporary. Remember that.
Well, viewers and subscribers, as you just now heard Mr. Mohamed, definitely with what he said, but I telling you, yo, it's crazy at this said moment here, so basically with Mr. Mohamed hitting back at the president. Now, after that happened, like I told you, could remember the second to last upload that I did, definitely whereby Darwin Best came out and spoke a lot of things. Now, it seems like Darwin Best is definitely absolutely serious. And when Ali did his press conference and Mohamed answered with this message here, definitely sparked some more, you know what I mean, some heatedness in Mr. Darwin Best. And it seems like Darwin Best is definitely absolutely going after the opposition leader, Azzuddin Mohamed, and the president. This is what Darwin Best had to say after he heard both men speaking of each other.
Corruption. You're talking about someone with allegations who are making these allegations. The person who's making the allegation has himself indictment by the U.S. He himself having allegations of murder.
Was it when you were collecting my money? Was it when you rolled around in my bulletproof vehicles? When you sprawled off enjoying life in my arm because you were scared? Was it when you were using my many security weapons? Did I become a criminal only when I became your...
After listening to our president this morning and the opposition leader, I started to remember when I had money and I was good looking. Because I don't know which one is the baby father and the baby mother. Because that's the kind of drama I used to have with baby mama and baby father. This here, right here, is the president of this country. And the other one that you saw earlier, which I'll put below the screen, is the opposition leader. Now, the two of them have decided not to focus, and I'm speaking to both of them, on the 100 and something lives that we would have lost, the children in this country that needs help, the single mothers that need help, and I'm speaking both offices. But the two of them have used their time to argue about personal problems. So since we are going to use, I don't hold no political office, the office of the opposition leader, nor the president, and it is personal, I'm going to start making it personal too. Because like it's no longer about Guyanese, and I don't care who called my phone, like y'all been calling my phone and tell me to shut my mouth, because the president has been getting attacked since I started this application. I've been going after him. I've been calling on him to return my company to me because it is his government that would have taken it. But you know what the most ironic thing is? The other man that's below me right now, while we want to make this about personal, we're going to continue down this personal line. And I'm going to call on both of you and I'm going to expose all the corruption because no one is going to ever feel, this one here ain't going to feel like because he hold the office of presidency, he is protected, or the opposition is also protected. Because if we're going to expose corruption, we're going to expose all the corruption. Okay? We're making it personal now, because it's no longer about the Guyanese people. So, Mr. President, I am asking you today, this is a challenge I have for you today, and I'm going to put my number on the screen. Go and check the date. After you took office, I'm still assuming you don't know, you're the busy man. What date did I lose my license? Right? My company license. Isn't that personal now? So we're going to talk personal business. Because I've been left to suffer in this country for 6 years. And I didn't enter to politics. You see, Francis Bailey? That is one of the most vocal person. He wouldn't want nothing to do with me. Because he thought I enter politics for my own personal benefit. And I want you to check the date that the man below me got a fuel license. Y'all remember when critics think for long? I tell y'all this before. And that crane killed somebody. I want to know if that fuel license that you got, Azzuddin Mohamed, if that was corruption. I want to know if that was corruption. You ain't getting no free pass here, you know. Corruption is going to always be corruption. I want Azzuddin Mohamed to publish his license because I want to see the date that he received it. And I also want to see the investment in this country now. Show the Guyanese people what investment you have. Fuel, a boat, fuel tanker, because all of mine have been left rotten. And as the opposition leader, I am asking you, Azzuddin Mohamed, today, why haven't you spoken out against my corruption? Since you up, that is why I said this is a baby father and baby mother story. This ain't got nothing to do with Guyana anymore. Because this one now saying he know the man is responsible for murder. But the average man would wonder, is who protect he? If you knew this all along, he should have been in jail. If you knew this all along, but you protect him because it was your friend. Now you ready for talk all the secret, because y'all too far out. Meanwhile, the amount of corruption that both of y'all involved in, y'all are using your office. I'm going to beat both of y'all publicly because none of y'all ain't getting no free pass with me, right? And the reason why I'm upset this morning is because the first thing I see on my phone when I open my eyes is Azadi Mohamed, the opposition leader, asking the man when he was sprawl off in the vehicle, is this the office of the opposition leader? Is this the office of the opposition leader? We have a responsibility. The second thing I see on my phone is Terence Campbell addressing the opposition leader of saying publicly he wants to work in unity. So if you want to work in unity, why is it that every time there's a meeting with the rest of the opposition, you as a person don't show up? Y'all, it will happen. The public is going to come after me saying, y'all working up, y'all don't want to fight together. How, y'all, when growing up, you remember, you like them long, them short hair girl with nice picky rasta, and your mother trying to take it along here, and you know you hard, she like you like she, but you're being forced. So here we are, and the public is thinking, y'all can make the opposition work together. Darwin Best, I've went to every meeting. Tell me one time I've sat on the table with a manza who robbed us a seat. Yes, I said it. But I realized that this is not about Darwin Best. This is about the people of Guyana. And I sat in that room with her because I wanted to check on that video if Azadine was there. But he couldn't have been there because he was out. But as the leader of the opposition who is saying let us work together, what is the responsible thing for you to do so we can get rid of this man that you call incorrupt? What was the responsible thing for you to do when you come off the boat? You meet with everybody else. Have you, to this day, meet with the entire opposition and say, hey, how are we going to get rid of this corrupt money? Because again, I'm going to say it, because you're a narcissist. So don't come on this app and make it seem like you want us to dislodge this man. You don't. You're hoping that you can pressure this man so he can soften on you. That's how I see it. You're hoping you can pressure him so he can relax what's going on right now, like you have done before. Because you got so much secret for him. This ain't got nothing to do with the people anymore. And it's you making me talk out today, not nobody else. I don't care who said what. You know why? I am telling you, it has been 6 years I don't talk about my personal issue on this internet. I came here and everything you see me I like is about the people. But when y'all two gonna start making it seem like it's for you and him, y'all let me break this tie here. You, Mr. President, you. Let me see the document. Let me see the document that I think you show Freddie Kisoon. Let I verify it. I was a loan officer. I was an underwriter. Let me verify your document. Take me to your farm. Let me measure it. And you, Mr. Azadi Mohamed, if you don't want to go to US because you're innocent, show me where you get all this gold from. Where you get the 80-something thousand acre land from. Where you get a quarry license from. How you get a fuel license in 1 month after this government go into office. How you get, all you get. I tell y'all, when you see them two lions fighting, it's me and you, the small man, the grass, but behind the pressure. Now them, when them two fighting, it's me and you left home hungry. Have y'all ever stopped to wonder how people like me just survive when the day come? No. So corruption ain't gonna be corruption conveniently. Corruption is gonna be corruption, and I will expose all the corruption. Because it's the corruption that got me today that decided to enter into politics. Okay? Yes. And all of y'all corrupt. And this ain't got nothing to do with PPP. It has to do with all the parties. From the day this country gained independence, it has been corrupt. So this ain't no new corruption. It's a corruption at another level. But it's not new. So, and I'm not giving Ali a free pass. No. Your government took my life away. And to this day, y'all can't find no corruption against me. None. Why haven't you returned it? Start with that. Start with that. I don't care who wants to say about me, you know. None of y'all don't feel my pain when the day come. And I'm standing there in the hot sun fighting for the people. Tell me one person ever give me a donation. I do it out of my own pocket. I leave my kids undone and stand out there for the people. Y'all remember the shark, man? Y'all taggy right now. Ask him where he live to this day. Me ain't get no apartment buildings lined up, and I still find a home for him. I still did from my heart. So don't come on this app and pretend like y'all care about Guyana. Because you, Azadine, you are the reason why we're in the opposition right now. Because you refuse to work with us. And you're still doing it. You know why? because you and your father keeps calling me a criminal to this day. I don't care who vex. I am going to speak my truth. This ain't no attack on nobody. This is telling the truth, because while the corruption continue, the rest of Guyana suffer. While the corruption continue, the rest of Guyana suffer, because you are just as corrupt as the man that you're pointing to, because he protected you with your corruption. Show me how you acquire your wealth, and I want he show me his too. They say that no. Oh, so when you become the opposition leader, you want to get rid of the one and go. Corruption is corruption in my view. All they are corrupt. It is corruption. You don't get protection here. All of you are corrupt, and that is what has been hurting this country. So instead of us trying to find what policy have we put in place since you became opposition leader to try to fix or curb this corruption? Highlighting corruption, don't know nothing about it. That's why I said it is being highlighted to, in my humble view, to blackmail for say man ease off for me. That's how it's looking from the outside. I just said it. You know why? Me want no favors, you know. I want my free will, like the rest of Guyana. And until y'all two get it together, it look like them 100 and something life on pause right now. Cause baby father, me know which one is the man and which one is the woman. But me want nothing to do with it. And so does the rest of Guyana.
Well, viewers and subscribers, as you just know, heard Mr. Darwin best. And it's crazy at this said moment here. I could feel the frustration and the ventation, if there's a word, from Mr. Darwin best, definitely with what he's going through. And this is not new, you know what I mean? We all been talking about this for a long time before even Darwin Best even pop into this picture with the government and Mr. Mohamed. We know they was friends. And obviously we see this not only happening with Mr. Mohamed, but we see this happening with Melly Mel and persons who was friends with the government and fall out. But at the end of the day, the last word that you mentioned, saying highlighting things can't do nothing, I go against that with what you're saying, because you're highlighting stuff. So if you didn't see it beneficial, why would you be highlighting stuff? You know what I mean? Mohamed is doing what he's doing at the end of the day. We understand that Mohamed and the government was friends and all these things. We don't know how things were. Friends is fall out, and who got your secret? Your friend. So the thing is, though. You see it, man? But at the end of the day, I don't think he's not doing it for the people. He's doing it for his own benefit. Because why I say that, I still feel this extradition thing is a kind of make-up thing by the government. I just feel to get him out, because they see that he's very powerful in the political arena. That's how I'm seeing it. I still feel like it's bullet, because we seen all kind of thing with the CCJ president, and you know what I mean, makes one wonder, make one think what really going on. And as people with common sense, like I said, we don't have to go college and these things to, you know what I mean, like assess or get a feed, like something, like they may say, you smell, then you know what's going on, right? You just don't think and then smell. It's wherever you smell, the scent is this when you say, shit, this thing stink, this thing nice, this thing sweet, wherever is it. And me right now, why smelling, it stink. It don't register to me within the realms there. Because if he was so bad and still gotta come back to, wasn't he alone, wasn't the only one was sanctioned. You know what I mean? This is what we're saying. So we gotta look at the all. Now they created this picture, they couldn't sanction he alone. They had to grab a couple people to make it look good. But within the grabbing the couple people was just to make it look good. He was specifically what to be specify out of the whole sanctioning, because I wanted the rest of people them. Enough people didn't even watching that them thing there. Y'all ever eat them thing, they wanted the rest of people them that was sanctioned. Why is only Mohamed there? Common sense, people. Anyway, let me know what's your thoughts in the comment section. Definitely as we move along. Now we got wrong news. Definitely pick up the whole situation and got something to say. Like I said, today upload is going to be a little lengthy. You know, lengthy. Or should we say lengthy? Excuse me. It's Saturday, it's the weekend, you know it goes right. Let's listen to what Mr. Wrong News have to say about this situation where Darwin Best put himself in by saying, hey, we're going to expose everybody.
Well, today, GT, we got discussed. Top of the list, is a political joker, a political novice, a man with no imagination. And you mightn't know it, but I'm going to describe it here. I think he named Darwin best. And I think he contested the last elections, and there's some VPAC. I would more say like it's V-crack, because like he crack. Now this political loser who vote counts in the last election was -0. If they got something like that, -0. He ain't even vote for himself. This political novice, at this time in Guyana political life, he attacking the leader of the opposition, Azraddin Mohamed, and saying he must something like come clean upon the allegation against these allegations against him. Now, why I say this man is a political novice and a dead joker? Because at this time in Guyana, when Azraddin Mohamed is the most popular political personality, and we got people at the bottom of the sea, family members at the bottom of the sea, and we got a minister, two ministers, Edgels and Indar, who was responsible for those sectors, still there in office, and people still grieving for the relatives who are at the bottom of the sea, the relatives who died, will get buried in mass graves, and he choosing now to attack the person who went on sea retrieving the bodies of this boat disaster. Well, in my opinion, the ministry run by Edgel and Indar got a lot of responsibility in it. So before he attack these ministers who sit down in office, he coming out with a whole played out story about Azraddin Mohamed. If Azraddin doing we doing because of the troubles with the USA. And why he said the ban gotta be on crack? Because any Guyanese by now know that if Azraddin didn't create or attempted to or show indication that he can create a political party, these troubles will never even manifest. Everybody know that the People Political Party get a lobbying firm in the United States for crank up these useless and fruitless charges. And why I say these charges is useless? Because the charge with the car, what the USA mentioned in the indictment against Mohamed, the Guyana court dismissed it. And the Guyana court dismissed it. And the government and even had the gall for taking it to the Caribbean Court of Justice because they know nothing in there in it. But in this time where we living in this cowboy world, and when people mention the USA, they think it's some kind of legitimate and straight entity. These people don't pay attention to what's going on in the world today. They don't really, anybody who believes in though. So this V-crack banner will come out and saying, but these Azraddin must come clean. There's nothing to come clean about. If Azraddin do what they say he do, why they don't bring charges against he in Guyana? Right? Why they don't bring charges against he in Guyana? Because at the end of the day, is the people of Guyana lose the most if what the saying Azraddin saying he's do. So you probably might know who's V-crack, but he start like if he got tight tongue. Like if he got tight tongue, he ain't got no charisma. And if Azraddin was for disappear from the scene today or tomorrow, then nobody gonna vote for VPAC or V-crack. And then nowhere V-crack gonna make the PPP uncomfortable or be like no threat to the PPP. So VPAC, at this time when Guyanese people that under this regime were intimidating and robbing and incompetent and Azzuddin Mohamed is the sole person that bringing them to making the guy for answer to the Guyanese public, and you think that you got some political sense that you could attack Azzuddin at this time. You is just a political novice. You should go back and try to get back your business what all of them take away from you, right? And I personally feel right now you probably becoming a PPP mouthpiece, because they must promise you you're gonna get back with a tech from you some way, some deal under the table. Because I can't understand why at this time in Guyana history, when the only person that we have is Azzuddin Mohamed, even though the PNC, the APNU, they don't really attack Azzuddin Mohamed because they understand it's fruitless. They try little punches, but it was fruitless. And you, a fruitcake like you know, a fairy like you, a lightweight like you, who you think you is really, and who you believe gonna listen to you? You is just a political novice, and Azzuddin Mohamed is a political giant at this time in Guyana history. So if a political novice like you trying for break Azzuddin Mohamed at this time when the Guyanese people relying heavily on Azzuddin Mohamed, forget the PPP off the back, I suggest you go back to the business we were doing before, because you won't fit nothing. If I was a man used to use indecent language, I would tell you the F word with half behind it. You know what I mean? So get it straight. Anyway, enough on VPAC. We start like if you got tight tongue or we ain't got no charisma. Let me go to other news. The Attorney General in Guyana, he threatened protesters lately. And I want to say to the protesters, y'all beware, because there was a protester by the name of Crumb, something like that, and the Attorney General threatening, and y'all all know how the story ends. So y'all watch y'all back. Another story that we got touch on today is this company was supposed to supply electricity, where they're operating somewhere in Wales, where is Jack Dio brainchild. Where here they got 900 staff, and only about 50 of them is Guyanese, and the rest is Venezuelans or people who talk in a foreign language. What really going on there in Guyana? And I think that they bring these foreign talking people because they're scared that Guyanese gonna see the corruption, and the Guyanese gonna let Mr. Mohamed know what's going on, or let somebody know what's going on. So the dealing with people who can't talk English is a whole heap of bangarang and corruption going on there. One project starts at how much million and then end up in how much billions, and can't Jack Dio and here Sue. Y'all remember Sue daughter and all playing anything. It's a whole heap of mix up. Y'all gotta check. Azzuddin Mohamed put up a video about this thing. So I guess this is all today upon wrong news, but Darwin Best, the tight-tongue wannabe politician, shut your mouth. You're wrong. You're wrong. Right now, Guyanese got a lot of faith and hopes, and the destiny rests upon Azzuddin Mohamed. So you could just go and put your words with the monkey put the nuts. Thank you for listening to.
Well, viewers and subscribers, what's y'all thoughts on this? We really think wrong news. You feel wrong news there on point? what really is, because down to me at this point is I'm surprised to how Darwin Best actually evolved. But who feels it knows it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say wrong, I ain't gonna say right. I don't know but what is agenda, what is really he's on. But oh shit, it's in the car, right? I don't know what's up. But you guys let me know what's your thoughts on or should we say in the comment section within this whole realms. I have nothing more to say. But we see whereby after Darwin Best came out, it looked like he was getting bash. I don't know, like I said, this how internet is working on. You see when you come and talk something, whether it's positive or negative, you got to understand this how this the energy that give off. So you're gonna get positive comments and you will get negative comments. They say it go, you can't twist it. But otherwise than that, this is what Mr. Darwin Best had to say. Take a look.
I know many of you are upset by our most recent position by calling corruption wherever we see it. We can only have change, people, if we are prepared for that change to start with us. One of the things that would have plagued this country, that would have seen many families today, are not making enough money to make it through the month. Teachers, public servants, the roads being improperly done, the teachers, like I said, underpaid, the communities without proper running water, the communities without electricity. It is because of corruption. And that corruption, people, did not start in 2020. That corruption goes back as long as we can remember. Politicians have used their public office to first benefit themselves before they start focusing on the people of this country. I have entered into politics. My brother Francis would have entered into politics to be a part of that change. And the only change that we can offer to you is the change that starts at home, which is why we call out Amanda, because if you're ever going to speak to democracy, it must start at home. Share the seat like you're supposed to. You cannot go on any public space and speak to being democratic or call on the opposite side for things that you are unwilling to do yourself. So Azadine must admit publicly that yes, I also benefited from corruption, but this is why I'm here. This is why I'm now prepared to use my voice, to use my experience, because you know why it's so easy for him to find the corruption? Because he knew, because he was a part of it. Are we now to say that we are going to be politicians with one eye? We're going to turn a blind eye to him? We are going to keep the same eye we have on the government on him. The public office belongs to the people. Our job is to serve the people first. So yes, we're going to watch him with the same eyes we watch them, because we understand that he was connected to the hip. He benefited from them. He's one of the reasons so many families are suffering. But I am not here today to speak. I'm here now to speak on his abdication of duties. We have heard, as long as we can remember, that the government is unwilling to sit with the opposition. I am sure you heard that too. To our surprise, when the president was cornered a few days ago by Dennis Shabalda Wave, we are now told that not just one, but 3 letters was written to the office of the opposition leader. For what? To have meaningful consultation. All of us are out there saying, Ejil must go, Ejil must go. One of the reasons we're saying Ejil must go, let us recall, is because there's 100 and something lives that I would have lost. 1 and 2, a captain is in jail that we believe should not be. One of those letters that was written, it was for the office of the opposition to have a seat at the table. So public servants no longer take a phone call and be instructed to do things. So when you go apply for your house lot, because it was a public service commission that he have decided, I am not interested, the government is going to appoint who they want to. Now listen, people, understand me. If we are uncomfortable with the way things happen, and we now have an opportunity to sit at the table, to have our voice heard, to be able to have a democratic process where no one is able to take instructions anymore, because we now have an opposition who was sturdy and strong, and he has decided, I am not going. How can you say I did not win the lotto if I don't have a ticket? You can't blame the system if you don't show up. You go there, you present something that you feel, or someone that you feel is going to govern this country or is going to serve this country at the highest standard. And when they don't, then you speak about it. Then you take it to the higher court if you have to. That is what you do as an opposition leader. That office, again, is not a news agency. It's a constitutional office. It's an office that is designed to sit and create laws for the people of this country. Yes, we have a stubborn government, one that has a problem with you, a personal problem, because one that sees you as a snitch, as one that is exposing the corruption that you were once a part of. Yes, but we cannot allow you to use that office for your personal benefit. Let us imagine there's a cricket game. And we have gone to this cricket game for as long as we can, CPL. We don't like Trinidad because we believe the referee is biased. So no matter what, they're going to rig. Are you going to walk off the field, or are you going to play the game and hope that it is so blatant that the world can see the case of public opinion? Play the game. You cannot not want to play the game and expect to have a good result. Asadi has a responsibility as the leader of the opposition to allow that office to function in a democratic manner. You don't get to wake up one morning and say, I am not interested. You did not elect yourself, the people did. Now you have an opportunity not just to go to the game and walk off, but to be a part of making sure that the directors that's on the board chooses a referee that is unbiased, and you have decided, I am not going. So who is to blame? When the next police officer charges someone because the public prosecution is failing the guy and these people, but you now have an opportunity because of the office that you hold to make sure that you presented a meaningful consultation with the president. Say, hey, this man here is too biased. I don't like him. And you can come back and tell us, guess who they want to put? And you have decided no. So are you there really to serve or to use this office again as your personal tool to present or to create personal favors for yourself? So yes, we will continue to demand fairness the same way we're going to in the opposition, in the government, because corruption cannot be only corruption when it's convenient. We're going to call the corruption wherever we see it. If there's corruption in the opposition, we will be the first to speak about it. So you, the people, must understand, if the opposition becomes the next government, you will know that wherever the corruption is, VPAC is there and he's going to point it out. So we are going to keep an eye on whoever it is. We're not going to have a rotation. You cannot be sitting there and telling people in the government, oh, y'all are follow me and y'all are rubber stamp and y'all are out slave, but you are expecting VPAC to be an out slave in the opposition. No. We are going to be an honest voice. We're not going to be an out slave in the opposition. Why? Is this a king-making opposition where we're subjected to a king, or we're servants? We're not. So let us allow this office to function in a democratic manner. And I'm going to say it again, and not in a manner that is or held by a narcissist. I've noticed today you're calling on the president to appoint the commissions that you have, and I'm going to stand behind that. But you should also consult, which is a respectable thing to do, with the rest of the opposition, because the same fairness you want is what we want all across the board. It cannot be fair only when it's convenient.
Well, viewers and subscribers, as you just now heard Mr. Darwin Best out of VPAC with what he's saying, basically. Let me know what's your thoughts in the comment section. At this point, and like I said before and I said it again, I don't know, what is the sudden exposure for Mohamed also, because there are a lot of things in the ear that we know or we heard and hearing that Mohamed basically as the title, because people keep straying away that Mohamed is just a title. You understand? Azruddin could be facing his father demons, but at the end of the day, okay, mama, but at the end of the day, how Darwin Best going on, I don't know. But let me know in the comment section, definitely, what's your thoughts on this. Anyway, this is probably going to jump out. It's a pleasure being here with you guys. Like I said, you watch the video so far, feel free to give the video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, put your post notification bell on, once again, run up the likes and give the video a hype. You understand, it's Saturday. We got some more upload coming your way soon. So stay tuned and log into the channel. You don't know it already. Stay safe, stay blessed. We out here, sir. Man.